Just so.
Vietnam.
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 Just so Vietnam.
For Just Ask, is it true that the Vietnamese wash their new items before use? Caffeine lovers in Ho Chi Minh City should not miss trying one of the most unusual brewing style in town. And check out important information for your travel in the last few minutes of this show. And this is Maltai.
Hello, thanks for joining us. Living as a foreigner in Vietnam comes with many cultural challenges, and it's a good idea to learn a little bit about the customs and habits in this country. It will help us understand the Vietnamese people better, but also it will help us act more Vietnamese ourselves. And it's not just handy for us, it's also more respectful towards the Vietnamese people. Now let's take a look at Sam in Just Ask and see what Vietnamese custom he encountered.
Ê, Sam, nghe điện thoại đi. Nghe...
Alo.
Ui, em ơi.
Đứng ơi. Chào các bạn. Ok. Đứng ơi. Thế à? Thế á? Ok.
Wow, đẹp thế.
Rửa đi. Rửa đi.
Rửa đi hả?
Trưa mai đi ăn.
Đi ăn
Gà nướng.
nhớ rửa nhá. Rửa.
Chứ.
Chào bạn. So recently my friends have been telling me that I need to wash my new phone. Is that true that in Vietnam you have something where you need to wash a new item? Let's clean things up, shall we, with Just Ask. The word rửa, while literally translating as wash, in this case refers to a Vietnamese custom, whereby after buying a new item of some value, for example a house, car, or maybe a phone, Vietnamese people proceed to have a small party with friends, family and co-workers.
Congratulations and celebrations.
There are two main reasons for doing the custom. The first is that you can share the joy of having a new item with your loved ones. The second one is that some people in Vietnam believe that by washing the phone, you will bring good luck to the item. Hey, I have a question.
All right.
So, I've got a new girlfriend. Do I phải đi rửa không?
No, okay. Yes, you really have to have a party, all right? But we don't say rửa.
We say khao. Right.
So what sort of things do I need to rửa then?
Things, right? Just things, not people.
Okay, I got it. Now I understand a little bit more about why I need to wash my new phone and not my new girlfriend. What did you guys think of the episode? It would be great if you could log on to Facebook or YouTube and leave us a comment. I'll be back next week with more.
Vietnam is the second biggest coffee exporter in the world, and its vibrant cafe scene is really having a moment. It's one of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia. It has a relatively young population and over a century in caffeine tradition. Leading is Ho Chi Minh City with some of the best cafes in the country, all the way from historic street-side stalls to 50-floor high plunge lounges. In our Just Try, Brian Nathan will show us one of the best and quirkiest cafes in town.
An image of coffee slowly dripping through a metal filter into a cup perfectly captures Saigon in its unhurried way of life. However, before the arrival of these iconic metal filters, coffee sold in the city was made an entirely different and unusual way. With a nearly 100-year history, Cheo Liao Cafe, owned by Nguyễn Thị Sương family in Nguyễn Thiện Thuật Street in District 3, has long been a popular place for many Saigonese. Miss Sương father was from Huế and then later moved to Saigon. He learned how to make coffee from Chinese Vietnamese people and later altered the recipe to make it his own. A precise amount of ground coffee is put into a stocking. Then the stocking is soaked in boiling water in a glazed terracotta pot. Next, the coffee is stirred so that its rich and distinct flavor is absorbed into the water. The brewing method has given this style of coffee its name, stocking coffee or cà phê vert in Vietnamese.
Mấy người mà họ muốn pha cà phê vợt giống như của tôi, họ về họ không làm được. Mà bây giờ mấy người cứ hỏi tôi là cái lượng cà phê trong cái vợt là bao nhiêu nước thì tôi cũng không nói được. Lý do tại sao? Tại vì khi cà phê mà nó đang chín thì cái lượng nước nó khác. Khi mà cà phê nó đang sống, lượng nước khác. Tôi nhìn cái nước cà phê là tôi biết liền.
And now let's follow Brian to check out the kitchen.
It's really hot on this stove right here. I'm just gonna return the favor, cool her down.
Cảm ơn.
Ah, come Clausy! You got two stoves here. You have one big stove here where they make the coffee on, and they also sanitize the glasses. And then you have another stove here where they're just boiling the hot water. So these two stoves going on at once, which makes the room really, really hot. You feel like you're in an oven. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and lift this up.
Rồi đổ qua đó để bán.
Put it up there. All the way up. Okay, and pour it.
Okay.
Look at that, it's so thick. It looks really good.
Okay.
Okay. Put that back in there. Put that down there.
The Cello Cafe is also an interesting place thanks partly to its ambience. Here, customers feel like they step back in time. Lady Sương still plays the same music from the 50s, 60s and 70s with the mix of Vietnamese and Western music. Customers can even see the smoke and ash on the walls from decades of making coffee.
So just finished serving coffee to these people, and I'll say it's pretty hard work. Made myself a little coffee to relax and just sit down with them now. I'm about to try it for the first time. Ah, come on. I think she saw me sweating in there, so she brought me some chada. Come on. It's really good, really rich in flavor, and it's got that dark roast to it. I think that's from the double pour that you saw in there. That's really, really interesting. It's really cool and really unique. I definitely recommend you guys come and check out this coffee shop if you're looking for something that's vintage and has that charm still intact, and that's still family owned.
Welcome back to Just So Vietnam. Are you looking for a place to go in Vietnam? Then check out our tourist information across the country right now. Nepal is the latest country to receive visa exemption by the Vietnamese government. The move is aimed to boost Vietnam's tourism, which is considered one of the key sectors of the Vietnamese economy. Vietnam is among countries with the strictest visa policy in Asia. It currently offers visa exemption to 24 countries, compared to 61 by Thailand, 158 by Singapore, 155 by Malaysia, and 169 by Indonesia. The country has tried to relax its entrance formalities with an e-visa policy which is now available to people from 80 countries. The bridge that you can see on this Vietnamese banknote of 20,000 Vietnam dong, which is about $1, is Chua Co, or Bridge Pagoda, which is a symbolic icon in the ancient town of Hoi An in the Quang Nam province. Recently, Hoi An authorities have approved a plan to limit the number of visitors touring the bridge, one of the must-see destinations in the town, in an effort to save this iconic destination from possible collapse. Accordingly, each visit to the iconic Japanese pagoda in Hoi An ancient town will admit a maximum of 20 persons. Bridge Pagoda was built by Japanese traders in the 17th century. In 1653, a pagoda was built adjacent to the northern corridor of the bridge. Since then, it has been called the Japanese Bridge. An annual tourism week is ongoing in Tam Cook Big Dome, part of Chang'an Landscape Complex in Ningming Province. This year's Tourism Week, themed The Golden Colors of Tam Kok Chang'an, takes place during the ripening rice season in Tam Kok. Located some 100 kilometers away from Hanoi, Ningming Northern Province has been praised by many prestigious travel magazines around the world for its breathtaking scenery. In 2018, US travel site Insider chose the province as one of the 50 best travel spots not to be missed. Hanoi is famous for its diversity in beautiful flowers. Each season has its own expression that you don't find in the rest of the year. This year, however, Hoa Sua, or milk flower, an autumn highlight in the city of Hanoi, is blooming right through summer. In the middle of May, the Hoa Sua trees on many streets in downtown Hanoi are in bloom, taking Hanoians by surprise. Experts are blaming the sudden change in weather for the early blooming of the milk flowers this year. The last winter-spring season was warmer than usual, stimulating the flowers to bloom sooner than usual. The milk flower trees that line several streets are perfuming the night air and creating a romantic aura for pedestrians. Hanoians say that the best time to visit the capital city is when the milk flowers bloom. And with the information about the Hoa Sua, or milk flower, we come to the end of this episode. If you like this program, be sure to follow us on Facebook and to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also the place where you can watch previous episodes. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.